Chat, is this Prime Minister serious? Just put the fries in the bag, little bro.
Good on her.
Mm.
What?
Yeah, how fucking... That makes no sense.
What the fuck?
Imagine the world ending because of a thing called Dixon Fjord.
Have you seen what they're all talking about?
No, what are they saying?
Fatima Payman clip.
What does she do?
She did some weird, really pro-zoomery speech in the Senate. It's pretty cringy. Might be funny to watch.
Okay, fine. How do you find it?
Fatima Payman speech.
Skibidi. Skibidi. No, that's not true.
Hang on, do you guys, before you play it, so the Americans, I don't know, they might not know who Fatima Payman is, yeah. Fatima Payman is a WA senator. And she...
That's Western Australia.
Western Australia senator. And she got kicked out of the Labor Party because she didn't go along with... She voted in favour of immediately recognising Palestine. And the Labor Party has very strict caucus rules, which is basically that the whole Labor Party has to vote the same way. And if you vote against what the Labor Party does, then you can get sanctioned, and they kicked her out of the Labor Party. So she's now independent, and she's trying to figure out a way to make a name for herself. One of the ways she's going to do that is by trying to speak to Muslim issues, and in particular Palestine and stuff like that. And then there's other groups doing that. But she also gave this speech, and I'm talking now because I want Aleksa to watch it. So we're going to wait for her to come. Yeah, she's from Afghanistan. She was a refugee. She was a very young senator as well, and I think she was a union organizer. Come have a look at this clip. I started watching it and I got so cringed out I stopped.
That's so annoying though, because she sounds fucking sick.
Today I rise to address an oft-forgotten segment of our society. I speak of Generation Z, who will be playing a substantial role in the next election, and Generation Alpha, who will start to come of
Who the fuck's Alpha?
the election after.
The next guys.
It is for this reason that I shall now render the remainder of my statement using language they're familiar with.
Oh no.
To the Sigmas of Australia, I say that this goofy-air government have been capping, not just now, but for a long time.
No, I like this. I think she's really sweet. I think it's really good.
Up volume. Is it this one?
No.
Of you may remember been capping, not just now, but for a long time. A few of you may remember when they said there'll be no phantom tax under the government I lead. They're capaholics. They're also yapaholics. They yap non-stop about how their cost of living measures are changing lives for all Australians. Just put the fries in the bag, little bro.
What's I can't work out. Is she doing this like, because some, you got the right-wing grifters that purposely try to be lame to get clipped?
Yeah, I think
she's
so.
not doing that.
No,
this is like genuinely like, this is going to be cool.
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
I think she's having a bit of fun.
Good.
She's being like lame and fun.
This makes me like her more.
I think it's a joke.
She's great.
Yeah.
They tell us that they're locked in on improving the housing situation in this country. They must have brain rot from watching too much Hasan and forgot about their plans to ban social media for kids under 14. If that becomes law, you can forgo skull emoji all about watching Duke Dennis or catching a dub with the bros on Fort.
Catching a dub with the bros on Fort.
That Fortnite? Yeah, they got brain rot. They got brain rot.
Do people say skull emoji? Do kids say skull emoji in real life?
They do.
No, but they say it? They say, oh man, skull emoji.
Chat, is this Prime Minister serious? Even though he's the Prime Minister of Australia...
Chat, is this Senator serious?
Is this Senator for
chat.
real?
Come on, chat.
Oh,
I'm in awe. I'm in awe of her. I think that's so good because I'm an old guy and I'm on Twitch.
Yeah.
I'm never going to say this shit because I'm scared. I don't have the balls to say stuff like this.
I think she's younger than you.
Yeah, exactly.
She's 29 now.
Yeah. No, she's amazing. She's amazing. She's so brave.
Hey, I'm waiting for the Skibidi bit.
Sometimes it feels like he's the CEO of Ohio. I would be taking an L if I did not mention the ops who want to cut WA's Gyats and Services tax. The decision voters will be making in a few months' time will be between a meat government, a dog water opposition.
What's the
GAT is GST.
that's
GAT. But
That's-
isn't
that's-
GAT?
that's a bump.
Isn't GAT? I thought it was like pussy.
oh really?
Yeah.
Is Gat ass or pussy?
GAT.
Gat is butt. Yeah, I thought it was ass. See, it's ass. I know the kids.
I don't know the kids.
The ass and services tax.
Or a crossbench that will mog both of them. Though some of you cannot yet vote, I hope when you do, it will be in a more goated Australia for a government with more aura. Skibidi.
I think that's awesome.
That was fun. That
That's
was very
fucking awesome.
fun. Good on her.
He's a really brave fighter. Skibidi.
I'm crying.
Yeah, I know. I haven't seen you laugh like this
I'm
in ages.
crying. That was very funny.
I think she's really cool. I do disagree with her on this. I think social media should be banned for everyone.
Yeah, I think it should be gone. See, I don't know. I think that kids shouldn't be allowed to post. Maybe.
Yeah,
I
and no
definitely.
DMs.
You shouldn't be allowed to. You shouldn't be allowed to post TikToks as a kid. I think like the. Yeah, I think it's quite concerning, like the sexualization on TikTok and the young teenagers participating in it. I think there should be but I think like maybe you should be able to go on because it is true, like being part of the conversation and
we wouldn't have any
tweeting and stuff like that.
We wouldn't have Leo Puglisi.
Exactly. I want Leo Puglisi to stick around. We love Leo. You should get a Leo emote. You need to get a Leo Puglisi emote.
Raise the criminal age of responsibility.
Exactly. I know that's the other horrible.
What, kids can go to jail, but they can't go on social media.
Hypocrisy. Fucking criminal age of responsibility is 10.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, you should be on social media.
Yeah.
Fucking live streaming yourself stealing a car.
Yeah. We can lock up a 12-year-old, but they can't go on the internet. It's fucked.
That's kind of nice though, because they got less to lose when they're in prison.
Yeah, it's
Imagine if you knew the joy of the internet, but you were in prison.
Yeah, criminal age of responsibility is 10, but there's dolly income tax until 14. So
Dolly income tax, is that like phantom tax? That's like one of the Zuma phrases.
No, but dolly income tax is the presumption that a kid
Kid's
below
too dumb to
14,
do a
a
crime.
kid under 14 can't understand the crime that they're doing, so therefore they shouldn't be, but they can get locked up for it. It's rebuttable.
We got
Lucas is skibidi. I don't understand. Okay. Entire Earth. I'll do my newsreader voice. Entire Earth vibrated for 9 days after climate triggered mega tsunami. Landslides in Greenland caused unprecedented seismic event that shows impact of global heating, say scientists.
this stuff. I don't know. I was reading this up today. It scares the crap out of me because it's just like, I'm not a scientist. I don't have a very good grasp of like what climate change does. And you see shit like this because in my head I'm like, oh yeah, there's going to be bigger like waves and like more droughts and stuff that I can comprehend. But like a fucking tsunami in Greenland, who the fuck cares about that? Like that's nothing. That's nothing to do with anyone. Like they'll fucking sink the whole place. You know what I mean? It's just like, okay, tsunamis in Greenland, who gives a shit? Apparently that's going to fuck us up as well. A tsunami just in the middle of nowhere is going to have these knock-on effects. I feel like I've got no idea what the fuck global warming is going to be. Like,
Is it how is a tsunami related to climate change though? Because then tsunamis from like earthquakes and stuff. So how are the earthquakes?
I don't know.
I'm not doubting it. I'm just wanting. I want an explanation.
Caused the entire Earth to vibrate for 9 days.
That's fine.
The seismic event was detected by earthquake sensors around the world, but was so completely unprecedented that researchers initially had no idea what caused it. Everyone just started shaking, and we're like, huh? What's going on? Having now solved the mystery, scientists said it showed how global heating was already having planetary scale impacts and that major landslides were possible in places previously believed to be stable. The temperature rapidly rose. What happens to all our poor landlords
Wait,
who have bought houses?
wait, landslides cause earthquakes?
No. Tsunami had this effect, which made seismic activity around the world, which will, usually have places that move, places that don't move. Everything's moving now.
Yeah.
The collapse of a 1,200 meter high mountain peak into the remote Dixon Fjord happened on 16th of September
Dixon Fjord.
2023.
I barely even know it.
You're an idiot. After the melting glacier below was no longer able to hold up the rock face. Right. Glacier melts. Rock's too heavy because it was leaning on ice the whole time. So that plunges into the ground, causes a tsunami, and also makes the world shake for 1 million years for 8 days.
What?
It triggered an initial wave 200 meters high, and the subsequent sloshing of water back and forth in the twisty fjord sent seismic waves through the planet for more than a week.
What?
Yeah, how fucking that makes no sense.
What the fuck?
Imagine the world ending because of a thing called Dixon Fjord.
Wait, but that's crazy because I thought tsunamis were like earthquakes.
Yeah, but
This was a tsunami from a big splash.
Yeah, giant splash. It's like a baby's understanding of a tsunami. Yeah. You drop a big rock in the water.
And the water goes over the bath.
The landslide and mega tsunami were the first recorded in eastern Greenland. Arctic regions are being affected by the most rapid global heating, and similar, though seismically smaller events have been seen in western Greenland, Alaska, Canada, Norway, and Chile. Fuck me.
I tell you what's also fucked though. The idea of it, if it's going around the world, it's like its own wave crashing into itself when it comes back around. Like that's fucked. Just to think about the scale.
Yeah. No, I just had no idea. Like, I had a very limited understanding of what this actually meant until you see some weird shit like this. You're like, there's literally no. Like in my head, I'm like, you know, you watch like I've watched like a Vice documentary about Russia being like they stand to actually gain from climate change because all the North Sea routes will be open and they can exploit that. And then I'm like, no, wait, we actually have no idea who stands to gain because what can actually happen?
No one.
Yeah, it's no one stands to gain.
No one.
Everything's so linked that like some kind of imbalance in the ecosystem will just like fuck up something so far away.
Well, it's the same with just like the natural disasters. I don't really fully understand how like just like tsunamis and stuff get worse, but I think it's just like it's the fluctuations of But then it's also I think like we're less prepared for it because it just happens when it shouldn't. And it's fucked as well. I don't know if you guys talked about it, but like in Australia, it's been really, really hot. This like the end of winter, spring came really fucking early, so early that joeys were coming out of their pouches too early, and they weren't fully formed, and flowers were budding and opening up before they'd fully formed. Like it's just the knock-on effects of everything is fucked.
It's so funny how far we've come as a species. That once upon a time, not how long ago, maybe 1,000 years ago, something like this happens, we would sacrifice people to make it better. We'd be like, oh my God, something's seriously wrong. What the fuck are the flowers doing blooming
Wouldn't be a
right
good
now?
time to be a virgin. That's for sure. So better watch out.
Shit. It's so insane. It's funny how we come full circle, that we've become so technologically advanced that when we see the same things happening, we're so out of tune with our own environment that we're like, whatever.
I know. Fucking hell.
Now the tourist cruise ships can't go.
I don't care. Good. They
200
shouldn't be
people
allowed.
were stranded close to Dixon Fjord.
That's a good place to be stuck.
Talking about Dixon Fjord, man. All those cruise ships are like full of swingers. All these old people just fucking.
Yeah, do you remember? Didn't we try to watch that Swingers YouTube channel?
They're all on cruise ships.
Really boring.
The earthquake from mines in the Upper Hunter.
Yeah.
What's the thing?
There was like multiple earthquakes in the Upper Hunter. That's
insane.
Cessnock, yeah.
I thought Australia was like earthquake proof.
No,
like in the center of a big place.
Yeah, I know. I don't know how it happened because I thought so as well. But there was like back in like the early 2000s, there was the big Newcastle earthquake. You don't remember that? You might not have been here.
Early 2000s?
Yeah, you were here. Yeah. Newcastle.
Remember the bushfires was around a similar time?
We're talking about earthquakes.
Yeah.
Stop trying to change the topic. But I don't know how bad. I think some houses collapsed in that, but I don't know how it happens because again, I thought earthquakes were tectonic plates.
Yeah, same.
So I don't know how it's happening because there's no tectonic plates in Australia. We're
on the center of a giant plate.
Yeah, we are a big plate. Although isn't there one through New Zealand?
Who cares about those guys?
Yeah, but that's close and stuff. But there was a tsunami. I don't know. Someone explain Newcastle earthquake. I keep doing this. I keep asking for explanations from chat.
That's good. Chat's smarter than us.
They never. I don't always get them. Oh yeah, can we? I want to read about the Hunter ones.
That's so crazy. Coal mines did this. What was that magnitude quake? I mean, this is going to be nothing to Americans who are fucking getting shaken up every second day. We've never had an earthquake in Australia. This is not a thing that happens.
Newcastle.
No, but this is a man-made earthquake.
I don't know.
This is like the earthquakes in North Korea from the underground nuclear testing.
Is it? Though? What do they say?
They said coal mining. Oh, is coal mining.
Is. Alex, you have to read more than just the headline.
I don't like to. Anyway, we're completely fucked. We are so fucked. We're so fucked with the whole world.
I woke up to an earthquake. I thought it was a fat ass possum.
That is what it feels like. Talking about North Korea causing earthquakes by doing.
Did you?
Huh?
Talking about North Korea.
I did.
Oh.
I said the mining thing is like North Korea doing the underground nuclear tests.
North Korea make first display of uranium program at center of US friction. Kim visits nuclear facility, calls for accelerating production. Seoul has said Pyongyang may do nuclear tests near US vote.
I love that the headline makes it sound like the place where they do the test is called the center of US friction. It's like we're an organization that wants to create friction between North Korea and the US. What we're going to do is nuclear tests. So it's first follows a facility to enrich uranium for atomic bombs. But apparently this was something that they were talking about for like 20 years. There was speculating where and how North Korea was enriching uranium for their nuclear program. First time they'd ever publicly disclosed one of its uranium enrichment facilities. But it's like since the 2000s, the West was like accusing them. They were like, you are enriching uranium. And they were like, maybe.
But we know they are.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
They never saw photos.
Yeah.
He's looking at the production of nuclear materials. Awesome.
Should you be in there without any hazmat and shit on if it's nuclear facilities? Maybe it's all fake.
Oh yeah, that's
it's
what
just
it is.
Grass.
Mm-hmm.
There's just grass in there.
No, if it was grass, then all the North Korean
would be
people would be
idiots,
eating it.
of course.
Yeah, they 100% great work. This is totally 100% what they need. Unironically, you saw what happened to Iraq, to Libya.
Yeah,
you can't live in a world that America runs without having nuclear weapons.
And nukes, yeah.
That's the only way you're free from war.
Again, see, you know what I just started to do then?
Mm-hmm.
I just started to do a social democrat line of thinking.
What?
I was just thinking, no, but maybe that they're kind of bringing this upon themselves by being authoritarian and stuff like that. It's happening. Yeah. We're watching.
No, but
we can all document what I'm going through right now over the next week of me becoming more center.
No, but I think you have a point in the sense that all they need to do...
Because I don't want North Korea to have nuclear weapons. Like,
if you don't want anyone to have it.
I don't want anyone having nuclear weapons.
I want them to have it if other people have it.
Yeah, but it's more people, more states that might then use one.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Well, you got to protect yourself against the only state that's ever used one.
Yeah.
No, but I think I can understand it. It's like they wouldn't need one if they did regime change in North Korea and they just became like a normal part of the global economic system.
Yeah, broken down and brought into South Korea, which I don't want.
Yeah.
But it's like, anyway, I won't go to that. I'm going to start.
You're going to do more social democrat.
More social democrat, like how good is North Korea really? It's just like,
Ryan says it's just unfortunate.
I know.
It was the better Korea until the Soviet Union's lost the war.
But also, and like the situation that Korea now finds themselves in terms of like all the weird stuff of their authoritarianism and wanting to lock themselves down is because of the trauma of the Korean War and the trauma of the US. But all of that doesn't then make it like a good, commendable place to a model that other countries should be based on.
It's an understandable context.
Yeah, but it also doesn't mean that it should be invaded and regime change. It's just like, I want to ease the tensions.
Yeah.
The solution should be to ease tensions.
That's what nukes do.
It won't, though.
Nukes stop the US from invading.
Yeah, but that's not easing tensions. I would like to ease tensions further than that. They shouldn't need a nuke. US should back the fuck off.
US should denuclearize.
Yes.
And everyone can follow suit.
Yes.
I think that's the only sensible way. You start with the person who uses them.
Yeah.
And then everyone else can back off as well.
Yeah.
That's legit. If you were doing a schoolyard
but
and
also
everyone...
this thing you're saying, you know who else had nukes?
Who?
Soviet Union.
Yeah.
What happened to them?
They didn't use them against people.
No. But that didn't protect them from the US.
Oh, true.
They disappeared.
Yeah.
You can still get fucked. It's just not directly.
Yeah, well, they won't invade you.
Yeah. But that's not always a protection. So that's why let's de-escalate in other ways. Rather than just being like, can they still do sanctions? They can still do all this stuff.
Yeah.
I want all of that stuff to end as well. Nukes aren't going to stop that. Them getting nukes is still going to have shit ton of sanctions on them. It's going to be fucked for the people of North Korea.
Imagine if with the uranium they're making like nuclear power plants as well. Perfect. Sanctions have less of an effect because you're energy self-sufficient.
Yeah, and the only thing that sanctions affect is energy, not medicines and everything else.
You can heal yourself with plutonium.
Yeah. Lucas, you're forgetting what will stop a bad guy with a nuke? A good guy with a nuke.
No, so you got a playground of kids.
And right? Pakistan as well. Fucking Imran Khan got couped by the CIA. But I mean, that's because the military is involved in it. It's not as simple as what you're
No, it's not,
describing.
but I think it helps.
I'm sure it helps them not be outwardly invaded, but it still doesn't help.
Which is huge because that's the problem they had initially was getting invaded by the US.
Yeah, but it's not just about we're not just about picking a side against America. The idea is also about making a better world.
If someone, well, look, you've got the, what do you call prima facie? What's the
Prima facie case.
No, not prima facie. What's the
Casus belli.
No. What's the thing?
Dolly Incapax.
No. What's the thing where something's happened and now you
quo.
got to deal with it? Like this thing's already, like let's say, Cuba is funding Angolan.
Sorry. That's being too funny.
Funding the resistance in Angola.
Yeah.
In order to provide thing to the Soviet Union, which is like, look, this is already done. Now you have to participate.
Yep.
What is that called? There's a Latin term for providing someone with an already existing situation that they have to, that limits their possibilities of choice.
Oh, another country that disappeared, South Africa. They had nukes.
Yeah.
And they're gone.
Yeah, sure. It's not perfect,
Yeah.
but I'm saying like you're in a situation where the world has nukes, and there's a very aggressive nuke wielding country that has invaded you before and will do it again. I think like in that situation, the ideal is that no one has nukes, but everyone has nukes. Like people have nukes, so I think you should have one. That's the most practical.
Yeah, well, I think my point is like, it's not about making it like the point of interaction with this as a Westerner as well is not about making up, not about coming up with justifications for North Korea. It's to try to combat the combative language on America's side. Because if America wasn't allowed to be as combative as they are, they wouldn't need a nuke.
Mm-hmm.
Any country won't need a nuke. If we change the international system,
but we're not
such.
We don't have the capacity to do that.
We got more capacity to do that than make excuses for North Korea having nuclear. Come up with justifications.
We historically have not had the power to stop our countries from rampaging around the world doing colonialism. So we can't stand in their way when they.
Why don't we have that power? Why don't we have that power?
Because I don't know, we're not good.
Then there's no point talking about anything. We must think we've got that power. We just haven't come up with how to do it.
That's a separate argument. But I'm saying, talking about practically, looking at what North Korea has to do, we have these anti-war movements and we've still managed to be at war constantly for the past 200 years, exclusively against these small countries. When they want to have nukes, I say that's fine.
I understand why they want nukes, and I completely understand the history that they have, why they want nukes. I don't want them to have nukes. I don't want more people to have nukes, though. The idea should be to de-escalate in another way, but I understand why they want nukes.
I think they should have nukes.
But I want to de-escalate, and I want to de-escalate in a more long-lasting situation rather than just North Korea having nukes. Won't do anything to help Cuba. Won't do anything to help other countries which are getting fucked. Like I want to change that.
That's not their problem.
No, but again, I understand why they want nukes, but it's not about. Broader. Our things aren't just backing the other side of America. There's like a broader position
it's just like,
that we want.
I don't have the capacity to stop America from invading the DPRK, so I'm fine with.
Yeah, but you don't have any
measures
capacity to do anything about the nukes either. You're just saying it's fine.
Yeah, that's what I can do.
So you're absolving yourself from it then.
Well, the alternative is saying it's not fine. I don't get it. We're talking about what we can and can't like promote ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not like a massive political action.
No. Yes.
Yeah.
Who won?
Who won? I don't know. I wish Yugoslavia had nukes. You know? I wouldn't be in this country. Lucas won. I won. Lucas always. Lucas, you got it. No nukes for North Korea. We got it.
Anyway, we go over this a billion times. It's like the same as Iran. All this stuff. I understand completely why they want them. I'd want them too.
Yeah.
But I disagree with the hyper-focused national interest focus of sovereignty. It's like we've got some bigger concept that we can rely on here.
Yeah.
Let's promote that because that's how we can actually change this shit. But that's not very centrist.
No, but I think that's ideal. I think that's
wishy-washy.
ideal in the context of a world that isn't already nuked to the gills. Like, you can't be the only ones, especially if you're that small. Although,
what was
Yugoslavia was anti-nuclear. They were
exactly.
never going to have nukes.
I was just thinking like that non-aligned movement. They fucking hated nukes, didn't they?
And look at all these countries. What happened to all of them?
Oh yeah,
they're all fucked.
Fucking idiots.
More nukes and more self-determination, more fun. So much fun. It's literally like whatever you can to stop yourself getting invaded.
Yeah, imagine the Balkans with nukes. It's not just just Yugoslavia. This sounds horrible. Serbians having nukes and Croatians having nukes. And what do they call it? They call it the powder keg of Europe. Let's give them nukes.
Yeah, I think
gunpowder's too old-fashioned.
I think we had nukes, it would be completely changed everything. making atomic rakia. It'd be beautiful.